feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all these truths. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want. I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did I know it hurts. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all these truths. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want.
Hello there, and welcome back to True Crime and Justice. Hi, Michelle. How are you today? Hi, Anne. Good to see you both. And hello to those on X who are here with us tonight watching. Thank you for taking your time to come and watch. So, last night I was looking for those videos that JRR done on the 3 routes home. And I couldn't find them. Well, I found them. I went searching today and I found them. So I thought, right, I found them. We'll show them tonight on my live. Because there's still something niggling me about those areas that at night have put out. Right? From the Texas Roadhouse over to that other place, then all the way back over by the Texas Roadhouse to those other roads there, then from there to the end of Long Hollow Pike Road up. I'm thinking, what are they looking for in those areas, in those roads? You know what I mean? What information have they received to come to some conclusion that these are the roads that they need information from? They must have something. And then to say they're looking for any car or any vehicle looking out of place, acting suspiciously from, hi Jen Jen, so glad you found my new channel. So glad. Right, so and then as I said, they're looking for any suspicious vehicle, acting out of place, sitting there too long or not long enough, or just acting weird, or anyone acting weird between the 3100 block to the up to the 3600 block of Long Hollow Pike. So, but like I said last night, I did hear a rumour, something about a car being seen acting suspiciously. And I thought nothing cosy. Because that's all I heard. I thought, okay. You know what I mean? It could have just been someone pulled over. But you see, I didn't even know what time they was looking for, like, this car being reported as being there. I didn't know if it was, like, in the early hours of Monday morning, or on a Sunday afternoon, or on a Sunday evening. I didn't know. But then yesterday, I read that piece out by that night, and I believe it's between, I can't remember now. It's on a Sunday anyway. Sunday evening. Oh, 6:20, 6:28. So I couldn't get in touch with you, Jen, to let you know that my old channel got shut down by YouTube. Kaput, gone. So I thought, oh God, I hope someone can get in touch with Jen. So I thought Kylie might have, so I did message Kylie about it. I'm sure I messaged Kylie about my new channel. Hold on. I'll just check my emails. I'm sure I did. So I'm just trying to open my fucking emails, which don't want to fucking. Hang on, Kylie. Yeah, I've messaged Kylie with the new page details. So, as you can see, Jen, I'm starting all over again. From the beginning. Because someone or some people did not like, because for YouTube to go back through my channels, through all my videos, and say I broke their community guidelines, I don't know how. When I posted the videos, no restrictions were coming up on them. So it doesn't make sense. I know. Petty. I was not happy. I was just uploading. It literally, I'm sitting here at my desk, and I'm at my laptop. I'm just uploading a video, and it said something about a problem to retry. So I retried it again. And then as I was retrying it again, that's when the channel just went poop in front of my eyes. I went, where's my fucking channel gone? Where's it gone? So, yeah. So, but I'm glad you found us. Anyway, so tonight I've got the 3 videos that I'm going to be playing, and did anyone notice the other night when I was playing Kylie's videos? Not last night, the night before. I didn't have no problems. They was playing my videos. I thought, I didn't want to say anything on the night, because I thought, if I say something tonight, something's going to happen. But I played my videos lovely the other night, so I thought, wow. And that was because I couldn't play it on my phone and do audio only, because I couldn't get my new channel up and running on my phone for some reason. Then, I think it was yesterday, I went on YouTube again, and I tried again, and it, boom, opened up. I thought, thank you. Finally. So, let me put my banner up for him. I know some people may not like JLR at the moment. right? And as I've said before, if it is said what is done is true, then I don't agree with it either. Can't condone that. But I'm not going to condone his work, you know what I mean? Because he's put some good videos out there, especially for Sebastian and for other cases. So I will keep referring back to JLR for his videos. And hopefully that will all get sorted in the courts, whichever way it is, it'll get sorted. So Dolly isn't my cup of tea. Dolly is not my cup of tea either. He used to be. I used to watch him. And I don't know what it is. I think it was, when he was took ill. He was seriously quite ill. He had some heart trouble or something. And after that, he seemed to change. Totally changed. And he became more... He was a grifter before, but he became really big time in grifting. Even with the Nancy Guthrie case, he was getting them to send super chats, so then he could write their message up on that big board thing they had for her outside some place. And they sending super chats to him so that he could put their message up. And I didn't like that. JLR, it can pee me off sometimes. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's a bit like the mob crew, you know what I mean? I played this video the other week and I said, I don't agree with some of what he's saying, but that is fine. Right? We don't have to agree on everything. And it's the same. So I must admit, I haven't watched him, JLR, since this literally all come out. I haven't watched him. And his numbers have dropped. His views have dropped. But he's the only one who's done the routes, the 3 routes from Texas Roadhouse back to Stafford Court. If anyone else had done it, I'd willingly watch their videos. Well, no, I see, when he was at Nancy's, right, he never went on any private property, right? Like when the FBI was out there searching and you had these camera people watch, literally right behind them. JLR wasn't, he stayed on the roadway, right? When he went up with some group of people got together to do a search along the main main road, he went along and he'd pull his car up and get out and just go and video it. And he never went, he stayed on the roadway all the time. He never went off the road pathway. So I'd give him that dues. And when they was doing that search for Sebastian in that park, when United Navy, Kaiser Navy came in, and they did that search, and the dog sit up on a body. He had his camera rolling, but he always stayed back. Always stayed back. As soon as they put the hand up to say, stop, he stayed back. Everyone else would go forward, he stayed back. So I give him his dues there. He will not go where he doesn't want to go. It's like he's with one group and they're searching and they buy a big log or something and they found something and he's going, no, I'm not coming over there. I'm filming, so I'm not coming over there. He said, no, it's all right, we've not found anything. You can come over. So he went over and all it was some old clothing, right? just seemed a bit overboard for me. He's just a content creator, not a journalist, but just my. He does a lot of good. He does. Like while he's been there at Nancy's, he's been going out and getting stuff for the homeless. If ever he's come across homeless people, he's been getting stuff for them. He don't just do missing cases either. He does the storm chasing and all that. Like, he covers a multitude of cases and news people want to see. But you feel that way about them all. So, as I said, JLR is the only one who's done the 3 routes from the Texas Roadhouse home. So I thought, we'll watch these videos tonight. And hopefully, touch wood, everything goes fine. It's not long now. It's the 15th, and my friend, my housemate, moves out at the end of this month. Yep. Get my house all to myself. And then that spare bedroom, got a lot of work to do in there. I've got to go in, clean it all. I'm ripping down the pink fecking blinds that were up. And the white curtains, they are all coming down off the window. I'm going in, cleaning it. And then I've got to paint 2 walls and a ceiling. So I've got to paint all the curtains plus the ceiling and 2 walls. Because the other 2 walls, I'm having like this soundproofing stuff put on the walls. And it comes in a roll and you can get it in different colours. I don't know what colour I want yet though. So anyway, so I'm putting that on the 2 walls, 2 outer walls, because the bunk beds will be going on an outer wall. So I don't want the bunk beds next to an outer wall when it could be cold in the winter. So I thought if I put that on, it's an added layer of warmth as well on the wall. Plus they can't hurt themselves if they want to bang their heads off the wall. I might use it myself some days, go in and bang my head off the wall. But yeah, we're just going to watch these 3 videos, and it is true. There is someone, I don't know who said it last night, but someone said it last night. There is no cameras on a lot of these routes home. So just take it forward so that we can cut out all the talking. Right, we'll start from here. Hold on, I've just got to go and check something in my bathroom, in my little toilet area. It's alright, I could hear a funny noise coming from my second toilet, my second bathroom. I don't, from when I've been in today to do the cat litter tray and clean up in there and vac and mop and all that and do the toilet and the sink, I'd only left the tap on, and that's what I could hear. For filing the most lawsuits. Oh dear. So we're going to watch this video. Hopefully it plays okay.
Proudfoot and Sebastian take. Probably going the most logical route, but there is other ways for them to have returned home. But this kind of gives you an idea of what this
It gets me when I hear the Americans talk and they say route, route, route. And we say route. They say route. First time I heard them say that, I thought, what? What? Route? Oh, don't play off. I mean, now you're a stupid piece of shit, fucking StreamYard. Why are you playing up on me now? Why are you playing up on me?
Location looks like the Texas Roadhouse in a shopping center.
Turn left toward Indian Lake Boulevard, then turn left onto Indian Lake Boulevard.
So we're turning left on here, and then
No, I can't go large for some reason because it always buffers. Now I've sat and watched these, well, not all of them, all the way through, but I watched and no buffering.
At the light, turn left onto Indian Lake Boulevard.
And one thing I notice here, we're going on Indian Lake Boulevard. One thing I notice here is there is surveillance cameras on these lights. The lights have surveillance, and I'm wondering if authorities, Sumner County Sheriff's, TBI, FBI, Secret Service, I'm wondering if any of these agencies actually, checked these surveillance to see for sure if Katie was on there with her vehicle and Sebastian in the vehicle.
You'd like to think
Was
that
there an interaction with Katie in the parking lot of Texas Roadhouse after they left? Was Katie communicating with anyone on the phone while they were eating at Texas Roadhouse? Having conversations with anyone?
No, because of that then. This is the first route home, and it's the quickest route home.
In half a mile, turn left onto Stop 30 Road.
So half a mile, Stop 30 Road, or Stop 30 Road it's called. That's the route it tells you to take. So we're crossing over West 386. Once you cross out of this shopping center, you see it starts turning into rolling hills. It is believed once they left Texas Roadhouse, folks, it was dark. It was dark.
At the light, turn left onto Stop 30 Road.
Now you can also go straight down, the straight road is called Calendar Lane. You can also go straight if you want, and it turns into Drakes Creek Road. This is a back road, but if you notice on the left, there's a small creek there. There's a small creek there. But we're going to go down Stop 30 Road. At this point, it's 4.7 miles away to the Proudfoot home. It says a 9-minute drive. A 9-minute drive. And here's another thing, folks. Would digital evidence show authorities what time Katie Proudfoot, and if Sebastian was with her, what time they returned home Sunday night? So we're crossing over Drakes Creek right
Continue
now.
On Stop 30 Road for
now, this is the road.
The very first thing I see on the
you
left,
got that electronic.
some trails takes you to the creek.
And at the end of this road, on the left, over to the left, is the gas station that KP was allegedly seen talking to someone in another car.
Katie Proudfoot make any stops? Did she go this way?
There's so many ways home.
Went another way.
There's not just three, there's lots of different ways home.
Nikki Benny. They were at Texas Roadhouse. Unclear if both Katie returned home. Unclear if Sebastian returned home. Not a
quarter mile. Turn right onto Tennessee 258 North.
258 North. Not a trace of Sebastian.
Just there is where that pylon is station is. And there's a cafe place in here as well. Surely they'd have cameras like storage or something. But Katie went this way, like a cargo place.
Right, folks, on Tennessee 258 North.
At the light, turn right onto Tennessee 258 North.
Which is also called AKA New Shackle Island Road. New Shackle Island Road. Doesn't look like there's any surveillance on these cameras.
The left there is the gas station. Yeah, she was seen talking to someone, allegedly.
Continue on Tennessee 258 North for 2 miles.
We're 3.5 miles away. 3.5 miles away. Katie, in her timeline, says nothing about any other stops between when they went out to eat.
I'm sorry if Sebastian had just walked out that house and had made his way down towards Texas Roadhouse or Culver's. Don't you think someone would have seen him walking along this road? A car, a passerby, anyone. And this is a long road. A lot of the houses sit back as well. It's not till it gets too near the lights that the houses come nearer the road. Oh, come on. Don't play up on me now, you piece of shit.
And they returned home. Katie said they went out to eat. They returned home. So if that's the case, you would think the most quickest way to get home is what you would take. And this is it. According to Google Maps. This is it.
I think there's a quicker route as well.
Where is 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers?
Yeah, how far? If there are any houses, how far they are back off the road.
As you see, a lot of trees, a lot of rolling hills.
Right, just off the road along here.
Roads that go off main roads. Rain, folks. Authorities have been searching around this terrain, looking for Sebastian, who has autism. Passing Long Hollow.
In a quarter mile,
Church.
turn left onto Tennessee 174 West.
All right, so passing 174 West, which is Long Hollow Pike.
At the light,
That's a
turn
long
left
road,
onto
isn't it,
Tennessee
really?
174 West.
All right, so this intersection here does not have any surveillance that I
Continue
can
on
see.
Tennessee 174 West
It
for
doesn't have any
3/4
cameras up there.
of a mile.
Doesn't look
Yeah,
like
now
there's
PR.
any cams, street
But it's facing the wrong way.
on these lights.
It's facing towards Galaxy.
Right there, and on the left, we will see a school. We will see a school. If you go farther north, you go to a community called White House. If you go to the right, you go towards Gallatin. If you go to the left here and keep following, it will take you to Goodlettsville. So here's a school, folks. Beach Elementary School, along with Beach High School. Right up here, look, there's actually a street sign. There's actually a street sign here that says, "Keep hope for Sebastian Rogers." Street sign here.
That's not there
Look
no
at
more.
this. Look at this right here. So authorities have placed a sign, Sebastian Rogers. Call 615-451-3838 with info.
No, don't bother.
Keep hope
Just get in touch with FBI.
for Sebastian Rogers.
Give it to some accountant, they'll bury it. This is 2 years ago.
We are 0.7 miles away. There is the fire and rescue to the left, Beach Lodge, Beach Cumberland
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Kellen Lane.
Presbyterian Church. Here's the development on the right, the construction development, and right up here is the neighborhood, folks. We are making a right into the Proudfoot neighborhood.
Turn right onto Kellen Lane, then turn left on Stafford Court.
So it's not that far, folks, from Texas Roadhouse. Not that far.
Take the next left onto Stafford Court, then your destination will be on the right.
Proudfoot home here on the right. Right here on the right.
Your destination is on the right.
I'm going to turn around. It's a cul-de-sac. Town, folks. This is it. Katie Proudfoot. Did she return home with Sebastian on the night of the 25th to this location right here? Did she return home? Their mailbox is open. There's a sign for Sebastian. It's a mystery, folks. It's a mystery. Sebastian is still missing. If you have any credible information about the whereabouts of Sebastian Rogers, contact Sumner County Sheriff's Office or the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FINE. 1-800-TBI-FINE. I am JLR Investigates. Sub to the channel, like, hit the notification button. Out here in the field, bringing awareness to Sebastian. Let's hope Sebastian is found soon. Praying for Sebastian. We are Sebastian's army. JLR Investigate.
Right. Now we go to the second
JLR
one. We know you are. Oh, God. Get off my screen. Just to let you know, I'm real. I'm here.
Katie Proudfoot made any stops
Oh, they were
in
very
between
dark in here on the camera.
Texas Roadhouse and her home.
Right, now
Did
this,
she
as I
interact
said,
with
this is
anyone?
the
She stopped for
second one.
gas.
But on the first one, as you can see, there wasn't many cameras on that route. And if there was any home security cameras, the houses are very laid back off the road. So they're not going to see much. So the only place I think, if she did go that route, hopefully the only place that would catch her car would be that food place, that diner. There's a diner on stop 30 road, right? On that road, there's a diner. And if she definitely went to that garage across the road from there, on the corner, then there's definitely cameras there. So they could disprove or not that. You know what I mean? But I was thinking if it took them 2 weeks to go to Worshams, whatever, then you really think they went to these other places within the first week? I don't. It's like all these security cam footage from diners and garages, to me, are like a second thought. Oh, I think we need to get the cameras, the footage from these places. You know what I mean? It was like a second thought. Or perhaps the TBIs or FBI said, have you got all the footage from all these places? Because we know some of the accounts are going to cover over it. So if they can get away with not going to get this footage, they will. They won't go and get it. Or they'll wait for so long and then go and get it like Worshams. And by the time they went there, it started re-filming over it. It doesn't keep it for long. I think it was a matter of what? I think it was about... I think that was on a 2-week thing. But because when Sebastian went missing, there's probably on the second week of there before it started to rewrite. So by the time they went, no, that was on the first week of it, sorry. So by the time they went at 2 weeks, it started rewriting over it. And they could only go back so far. Bit typical that, isn't it? The one camera they really needed to get the footage was from Worshams to disprove whether Kathy Barasox was at that store at 5:45 a.m. And they don't go and get it until 2 weeks later. That's a bit odd to me. A bit annoying. No, nothing much. Nothing much was checked on this. As I said, some of the county won't have checked anything because they know how long a lot of these stores have, how long their cameras run for and what their turnaround is and things like that. So they know how long they like Worshams is. They know it's only a couple of weeks. So by waiting a couple of weeks before going and getting it, they knew it would be overwritten. So it's just annoying that they've waited that long to go and get that footage. When people, not one, not two, but 3 people had stated and told law enforcement they saw CB at Worshams at 6:45 a.m. Why didn't they go and check it? Because they knew she was there. They knew she was there, and that's why they didn't check it. So, right, I'm just going to let this one run, and then once it starts running, that is. So annoying. Oh. Oh, we're back.
Make any extra stops. Looks like they were eating around 6-ish. Sunday the 5th, around 6-ish. And we're off.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're going to do the same.
What smell? The one by the cemetery, or the one in the storage unit? There's a smell or something around by the storage unit as well. And there's one up by the cemetery. So which one was that, Jane? Oh. Come on, start playing your stupid shit, you fucking app. Oh, that one by Drake's Creek, yes? Yeah.
Thing we're going to make busy intersection surveillance on the street.
Probably put that down to dead carcass, a dead animal. Public
And we are going to cross again 386.
Yep.
And cross 386. More traffic out here. What was the traffic like on Sunday evening?
Well, Texas Road has been quite
What was the
busy.
traffic like?
I think the traffic was quite busy as well.
So we're driving along here, and this is coming up.
Be right back.
Stop 30 road. Now, in the last video we made, folks, we made a left on Stop 30, which eventually takes you to New Shackle Island Road. We are going to go straight this time, folks. Straight. And this road is called Drake's Creek Road. And to the left is Drake's Creek. It's more rural here. Drake's Creek Road. Did Katie Proudfoot and Sebastian take this route home? you see the area, you see what it looks like. Now it looks like this is some sort of elementary school on the right. It says Dr. William Burris Elementary School. Beautiful homes out here. So right here, we're going to make a left. We're going to go around. The map says make a left. And we're going to go around a place called Hendersonville Rugby Center. And it is along the Drake Creek, which you can see on the left. And here it is. It's coming up on the left. Now, I did a live from this facility, park area. Check that out. It's on the left. Speed limit is 15 around here. Where is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? Did Katie Proudfoot and Sebastian go this way? Stop anywhere in between this way? Go another direction? Now up here we're going to make a left. And this is called Old Drakes Creek Road. And this is going to take us to New Shackle Island Road.
Now we've looked up at by the rugby ground, didn't we? Now, have we ever gave it a thought? Did I ever find out if they had a home?
And here we are, folks.
No, but I do know that CB and KB used to live in a house up by that
here is New Shackle Creek Road.
No, I didn't, Michelle. Never found them. I went through the emails. Never found them.
Where's Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers?
But I do know, because I've got to replot my Google Maps again, that they had a home. They used to live in a house up by the rugby ground. up round there.
Some cars want to make a left, so that's why we're backed up here.
But I was just thinking then, because I was just in the kitchen, and I can hear the video when he said he was going past the rugby. Could they've done a handover at the rugby, round by the rugby ground? They've done a handover there.
Sebastian was
make it
15
home.
years old. Should even say this in past tense. Sebastian is 15 years old. No evidence of foul play, no evidence of any kidnapping, no evidence of anybody wandering off, no evidence of any criminal activity that police are publicly saying. It's a mystery.
This is
Was there a crime?
Well, it isn't a mystery.
Is this
for all the dots together? It's a mystery as to where Sebastian is, but as to who's involved, it's not a mystery. We know that. Hold on, it's just buffering at the moment. So I've just stopped it at the moment because it's buffering. Once it stops buffering, I'll start it up again.
a crime? Do you consider this a crime or not? Or is it just a
Right, let me have a look.
young kid that wandered off barefoot with a flashlight? Well, we're about to move here. Here we go. Now, we took this route before. We'll show it again. Where is Sebastian?
Right.
Any a redo at this point.
Oh, right. Oh, that. Yeah, I've seen that book. Yeah. Mansfield Creek. This is what SF put out, wasn't it?
Now, there's going to be one more other logical way that Katie Proudfoot could have took home. Anything else means that Katie Proudfoot went out of her way to return home. Any other way? Be this one, and there'll be one more. This is part 2 of 3. Any other way, folks, would mean that Katie Proudfoot took an unusual way home, a way that most people would not take. Returning here, this is Long Hollow Pike.
Yeah. But yeah, I find that I'm having to remap all the addresses again. Okay. It's not such a pain. It's just I know who lives in what, who lives where. When I see the address, I know exactly his name. I've got to put that under. You know what I mean? And that's sad. I know where all the family members live.
About to pass the Keep Hope for Sebastian Rogers sign. Showed that sign before. Passing the Shackle Island Volunteer Rescue Station, the beach, Cumberland Presbyterian Church.
But those areas on that report, I'm going to map on the map and mark it as whatever. You know what I mean?
And we're making a right
But it'll be on the map for under the name of places of interest or areas of interest.
Kelly Lynn Lane. Neighborhood says, according to right there, this is called Victoria Place. Neighborhood of the Proudfoots. Neighborhood where Sebastian was reported missing.
But did
by
he
Keith.
go missing from there? You know, so he said neighborhood
Make a left.
reported this.
To Stafford Court.
But did he go missing from there?
Another left onto Stafford Court.
Because the trash was put out on a Sunday night. And you can't see who it is. Nick Katie said the FBI have cleared
Here
it
is
up.
the Proudfoots home on the
And you
right.
can tell it's Sebastian.
They do have a sign out
Case.
for Sebastian. See
Why?
the sign?
Are they saying? Why did they not put on that flyer last seen on the 25th at 6:45 p.m. or 7 p.m. putting trash out?
And this spin a camera around.
They don't do that.
Notice the cul-de-sac goes
His last place
the
he was
hill.
officially seen
up the hill, folks.
was at Texas Roadhouse. And I want to get all those videos of Texas Roadhouse.
All right, there's the Proudfoot home.
Put it all
Home.
together.
They have their lights on.
Again.
They have the lights on. The van is still there. Mailbox is still open. Back out, going towards the front of the neighborhood. JLR investigates. What do you think about that particular route? You think Katie Proudfoot took that route? She had to take some route. What route do you think she took? I am driving. And subscribe to the channel. Like, hit the notification.
Aye. So that was the second route. But as I said, he shows 3 routes. But I know there's a lot more. There's more routes you could come home. Now, it would be nice to get a fixed time as to when they got home. We've not had a fixed time as to when they got home. Right? Because all we know from her is within 15 minutes of them arriving home, he put the trash out. So when did they put the trash out? At 7 o'clock or 7:15? I think they got home at 7. Because Sonny, in that interview, that phone call he did with the 2 PIs, with Chloe and Heather, he made a mistake. He said they got home at 6:20. And we all know at 6:20, they were still in the Texas Roadhouse. They was just finishing off and leaving. You know what I mean? At 6:20. So I think he meant to say 7:20. Which would put them getting home for about 7 p.m. If what she says is correct, within 15 minutes of them coming home, he put the trash out. So if he put the trash out at 7:15, 7:20, they got home about 7 p.m. We know. I went on Google Maps and I punched in 3 route home from Texas Roadhouse to Stafford Court, right? And it brought up 3 routes. 3 routes, a bit like what he's done here. And I averaged it out at about 15 minutes. Because one route was less than 15 minutes. One route was a little bit more than 15 minutes. So on average, around about 15 minutes. So if they left the Texas Roadhouse at 6:25, which we're seeing them leaving at 6:25, and so many seconds, right? They'd have got home by 6:45 if they made no stops. And that's allowing for traffic lights and whatever. I'm allowing them 20 minutes to get home. But on average, average is about 15 minutes. So they should have been home by 6:45, and in which case they would have put the trash out at 7 p.m. But Sonny said they got home at 6:20. Sonny said they put the trash out at 6:20. I think he meant to say 7:20. And it would have been nice if the PIs had picked up on that and said, Sonny, don't you mean 7:20 you put the trash out? And then he could have corrected himself and gone, oh, yeah, sorry, I meant 7:20, or no, I mean 7 p.m. You know what I mean? Just to correct himself. But they didn't get him to correct himself. They just agreed with whatever he said. And that, to me, isn't giving me confirmation as to when he got home. Because we know that 6:20, when he's saying they put the trash out, is wrong.
JLR in
But that second route takes you around by the rugby ground. Now, could there have been a handover there? Both routes so far, they've got possible areas where there could have been a handover. The first route could have been at that pylon area where Silvers was, right? And he walked through it that day, and he was with his Mrs. Silvers, and all that, and some other YouTuber. He was with them. So that was one route. They could have done a handover there. The second route, they could have done a handover at the rugby place. Now we're looking at the third route. And let's just see. I can't remember this third route. So I don't know if there's any possible handovers, areas where there could have been a handover.
Here we are. Katie Proudfoot leaving Texas Roadhouse, assuming that Sebastian was with her on the initial leave, unless something happened in the parking lot that we don't know about.
I don't think anything went down in the
Did
parking
they
lot.
really make it home or not? And if they did, what was the route?
Because Dog said himself, he slipped as well. He made a slip up. I don't think he's supposed to have said this. He said they noticed something like when she left Texas Roadhouse, they noticed a vehicle following them. So they must have footage from somewhere else as well. By saying that, they must have footage from somewhere else to have noticed someone following her. So just waiting for the buffering to stop again. It'll start then. There's so much in this case, and it would just be nice if we had one day. Hopefully, we will know the truth. But at the moment, it's just all circumstantial at the moment. There's nothing concrete.
Press the
Speculation.
right 2 lanes to turn right on the
More
Tennessee
speculation.
86 South ramp to
Now, this
Nashville.
is where they go down
So this
the
time,
highway on the
folks, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take 386. We are going to take 386. Where is Sebastian Rogers? The last two times we
Use
went
the right two lanes to turn right onto the Tennessee 386 South ramp.
we went straight. This time we're turning, folks. We're going on a
4
highway.
miles.
We're going on a highway for now. Now they're leaving Texas Roadhouse around 6-ish, maybe into 7 o'clock. We're going to go about 4 miles, and then we're going to make it.
I knew it was too much to ask. StreamYard to play my videos, 2 yards on the trot. I knew it was too much to ask. I'm sure this is where they go up Centre Point Road. Come off here, come off this and go along Centre Point Road. I know that.
Did Katie and Sebastian go this way to return home? 2 miles left. We're getting off at exit 2.
In 2 miles, take exit 2 for Center Point Road.
Are you going to continue going? But when we stop and think about it, why did you put those earpieces in?
Somebody got pulled over. Remember, folks, Katie said nothing.
Did we notice whoever she had earpieces in when she pulled up?
about making any stops between returning home from going out to eat. She also stated she didn't state where she ate. We all know it was Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, yeah, we know that.
Waitress has come out and confirmed that. Seth Rogers has said he reviewed surveillance from Texas Roadhouse.
In half a mile, take exit 2 for Center Point Road.
Told you. Center Point Road is where they're going. And that takes you to this junction where there's lights. And I'll take a right at the top of Center Point Road.
Take exit 2.
Taking along to their road.
So going off on exit
Kelling
2,
Road.
folks.
Kelling Lane. Up onto their road.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Center Point Road. At the light, turn right onto Center Point Road.
And here you go.
Continue on Center Point Road for 4 miles.
Another back road. No surveillance. It doesn't look like any surveillance on that traffic light that we just passed.
I think it's going to see a back for the surveillance camera.
Rural roads.
Close. Hold on. Close in the UK.
And Katie Proudfoot would drive home this way
When I lived in Dundee,
with Sebastian
I walk out my flat door, getting a lift, camera. I go down to
on
the
her
fire,
drive home.
camera.
Whatever
Walk
way.
out the front
she
door,
drove home.
camera. I walk down the, just 100 yards, if that, down the pathway, camera. I walk round to the shops, there'd be cameras everywhere. Cameras on the lights, cameras on the shops, everywhere. You could not go nowhere when I lived in Dundee without being on fucking camera. Here, I've got like a 360 camera across the road on the corner. I've got 2 ring doorbells right opposite me. I've got another 360 on the house on the other corner of the other road. Wherever I shops, little shops, cafes, takeout food places.
It's like a little
They've
gas
all got
station.
cameras on.
Twin Valley Express.
Can't drive nowhere in the UK without being caught on the camera.
Looks like there's a little creek on the right here.
That's the same creek that goes along the other road because it bends and twists and everything. It's the same creek. I think it's Drake's Creek. Come on. Don't think about StreamYard.
Did she make any stops before returning home? Did she go directly home? Which route did she take?
Well, you know that first
Where
week,
is Sebastian?
and he came to the corner, and I said, on the left-hand side, he said, over on the left-hand side was the garage. Now, when he took a right, if he just took a right and then a left, that road would have led him up onto here as well, onto Centre Point Road. I can't remember the name of that road, but I know it brings you up onto Centre Point Road.
Rogers.
See, all these houses are quite a way off the road, you know what I mean? And the trees, they've got banks inside. So the wind doorbells aren't going to catch much. They've either got a very high bank in front of the home, or they've got lots of trees in front of the home.
You could call this the longer scenic route, but it's not so scenic at night when that sun goes down.
Yeah, it'd be very dark along
And it
there.
looks like when Katie and Sebastian were done eating, the sun has already set. Most
Very
likely
dark along that road.
dark. Did they go this way? Did they go that first way we showed about in the first video? The second way we showed about in the video. How did Katie Proudfoot return home? It smells like a skunk out here.
These aren't short roads. These are really, really long roads.
What do you think thus far, people? What do you think happens to Sebastian?
Unless she was meeting someone up at the top of
Cows?
that St. Point Road.
See the cows?
Don't imagine her coming this way.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Tennessee 174 East.
Yeah.
All right, so we are approaching,
You're approaching
ladies
the
and
junction
gentlemen,
now where you
Long
turn
Hollow
right.
Pike.
We go west on 174
Take
east.
the next right onto Tennessee 174 East. Then turn left onto Kellen Lane.
So you're going on 174 west.
Right here. It looks like a little traffic light.
Here it is.
No surveillance.
No surveillance there, no.
No surveillance.
Happy Hillock Road is just off there.
And here,
Personally, I don't understand why she would go that way. You know what I mean? You just had your evening meal. You're tired. You want to get home. Why would you spend extra time getting home? Right? Well, you just want to get
here we
back.
go, folks. We are approaching the neighborhood.
There we are again. There we are again, up on the neighbourhood. Right, those are the 3 routes home, but I know for a fact there's more. Hang on, I'll pull it up. Google. Google Maps now. Google Earth. Oh God. Let me pull Google Earth up. Oh, it's not doing it that way. Right, thank you. Oh dear. Yeah, I've got to replot all my maps again. Put all where they lived again down on one map. But I'm doing it in separate maps. I'm doing a map of areas of interest. And then I'm doing a map of all their homes, where they've lived, everything. And then I've got a map of all the possible sightings. I'm just trying to get this to. Oh yeah, I've got the businesses of theirs, the map with their businesses on, the map of all the Proudfoots and Barasocks, possible sighting map, and then the other map I've got is areas of interest, which I'm going to pull up now. Click on now. Come on. Let's go to here. Zoom to fit. StreamYard. Now, on here, I've got retention pond 3 there. Right, but I don't think that is right. I think that is retention pond 3. That might be 1, 2, 3. Because from what I understand, is the smell wasn't in the pond, it was in. right? That's where they hit, round there. Now, if that's the case, they've already built on this area. So it's hard to say now. Anyway, let's go to Texas Roadhouse and I'll show you what I mean by the routes home. Right, so you've got Texas Roadhouse there. Now he said when he's come out before, he's come up this way. He's gone straight up there. The first route was he come out, Texas Roadhouse, straight across, up, stop at 30 Road here. There's that area of interest with the pylons. Up to the corner here, and that's where the gas station was, where Katie was allegedly speaking to some who pulled up next to another car and was talking to him. Right? Well, he's come up here today, he's gone along this road, and then took a right all the way up to the lights. Now, the second route he took, I think he's gone straight across again along this route. And it's come up onto here somehow. I don't know where it come up on there. It come past the rugby ground, didn't he? And I know the rugby ground is round here somewhere. So I don't really know where it come up. I'm gonna tell you what, I'll pull up Google Maps. I can punch in from Texas Roadhouse to 1008 Stafford Court. Oh, come on. 1008 Stafford. Hendersonville, Tennessee. Alright, so that's there. Now, directions to Texas Roadhouse. Indian Lake Boulevard, right? See, it's got three routes there, right? The wrong route, the first route I've got to share that, haven't I? Hi. Actor stage. Right. Let me get back onto my Google Maps, actually. See, this is the routes he's took today. Well, two of the routes he's took. He's gone from there up along this road and then all along this road. Then the second route was he went up here along. Get off my maps and to there, and then back up to the lights up there. But then the other one was where he went along here. And he took along the highway and along Centre Point Road up there. Right? But I knew there was another route they could go. No, that's the three routes. Oh no. Sorry. that was showing you that way. You know, I said from the when we got to that gas station here, and you took a right along here. I said there's a road you can take along here, like takes you on to Centre Point. That's the route I was on about there, right? But he's took a route which has took him down to here, right down to here, onto Centre Point Road down here. Right? So there is actually 4 routes home, if you look at it that way. Because you come down to this, to here, get on the highway, you come down to here, you come off onto Centre Point Road and go up there. But we know there is a pylon area on Stop 30 Road. We know that. Silvers have been there. We know there's a rugby ground around this way because we've mapped it before. I've got to map it again. Right? So there's 2 points, possible points of handovers. One at this pylon area and one at the rugby ground. Right? I don't know if there's any possible, because it'd be nice for someone to take that route there, along Stop 30 Road and along here, up onto Centre Point Road that way. So, but that's the 3 routes. 2 of the routes that he took today were there. That's a route he did not take. The route he took, the third one, was where he come along the highway, all the way down to here, and onto Centre Point Road and along. That is a longer route. Why would you go that way? I do not know. Some people like to drive, so they do take the longer routes home. You know what I mean? But it doesn't make sense to take that route home. It's not quicker. See, that route is 14 minutes. This route here, right, is 14 minutes. I don't know how long this route is. 15 minutes. So on average, these 3 routes here are on average about 15 minutes. This one is a lot longer. The third one he took is a lot longer. But me, I'd go the direct route. Like, you could even come from Texas Roadhouse along and get onto the road here, rather than go straight across and down Stop 30 Road. You can come along the road here, right, and get off here. Right, so, and then just make that little route up there, and then it's this one road then, all the way up. So as a first 3 that he showed us, so I've just pointed out a 4th way. But I still don't understand those roads they've given at night has put out. That one road I don't understand. I don't understand the significance in that road. Because you got the Texas Roadhouse and you go over to the east, you've got that road. And then you gotta come back towards Texas Roadhouse and head west to those other roads. And then head over to 174 West Longhollow Pike Road. I don't understand what those roads have got to do with anything. I really don't. Hopefully I might make it a bit clearer as time comes on. But I don't understand what all those roads have to do with anything. Not when you think we're looking for a missing child. You think these routes would be the routes they'd be wanting to look at. You know what I mean? Not somewhere. There is Saundersville Road. So Saundersville Road is one road that one was looking at. Then the other roads are over here somewhere. I'm not going to. I don't know if it's going to let me go in. No, them are some. Grapevine Road is one. Then we've got. I know it when I see. It's in my book. I have written it down, but it's just. Normally, when I see a name, it reminds me, but it's not. I'm not seeing the name. Old Creek Road, or something like that. Oak Cliff Drive, no, that wasn't it. But I don't know what the significance is of those roads. I really don't. Because it's like over here, right? But then again, if you look at this road here, right, let's have a look. Right, say she went over here. To where was that road again now? Here. Say she went up onto this road here. Could she have cut across anyway to get back over anywhere? No. There's no way of her crossing over, getting from there over to that way by cutting through a road anywhere. No. Okay. Was this pond checked? Crutcher Lake. Was Crutcher Lake ever checked? Know what I mean? There's so many areas, and yet they said within 8 days, they have, I'll show you how big a search they did in 8 days. We're looking like here, right? Stafford Court, yeah? They went right up here. Right up here. Right? And right, literally down to Nashville. In the search. Now, if that's the case, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Right? They literally did a whole search here. If you look at their map they had, you see how big a search they did. And apparently they did it in 8 days. Apparently they did it in 8 days. So the area they had, 5 miles or 10 miles diameter, There's no way they searched that much distance and that much waterways and that much greenery, forestry, any caves there, anything like that in 8 days. No way. There's no way you could do it. I don't see how they could do it. I think they're using drones a lot to cover a lot of the area. That's probably how they've managed to get a lot of the area covered, by using drones. And then just get the searchers to concentrate on areas where the drones couldn't get into, possibly. If that was the case, then that's possible. Yeah, yeah. Of course, everything was calculated to make you question if it was possible of the part of the plan for confusion. Yeah. But that's the only way I can think they covered such a big area, was by using the drones for all the open areas and then getting the search parties to go on foot through the heavy forest tree areas. There's no way they could do that in 8 days. No way. And it's got so much waterways. Look at all this waterway here. Right? And then you've got, when you zoom in, you've got not just the creeks and whatever. You've got all these waterways, yeah? There's no way they could have searched that by foot in 8 days. That's why I think they used the drones over the waters, like the water edges, right? Looking for anything. Because I know EcuSearch, the woman who's in charge of the drones there, they can set it for specific colours, right? So it'll pick up on, say it was a little girl who was wearing pink. Like, she can set it for pink to be picked up on. And these drones will pick up on everything with the slightest colour of pink in it. Could be a can, but it'll pick it up. Could be a pen, but it'll pick it up. If they can pick that pink up, it'll be picked up, right? So that's how good their drones are from EcuSearch. So I think they got them to do all these rivers and all these open lands. But there's no way, like, we didn't see boats going along this river, doing searches around this river, did we? Now, I'm sure if they had the boats out there with the sonar, oh, the news channels would have been there then. But we never saw none of that. That's what makes me question, did they search these rivers? I don't want to put these searchers down, because the searchers that was there did a brilliant job for what they were equipped to do, like the foot searchers. They were equipped to go on the foot. You know what I mean? And then you got the specialist people like EcuSearch and all that lot. And they are specialised in drones, and they've got all the heavy equipment to use when going across land, and they've got the sonar boats and everything. But I don't think they used them for the sonar boats. I think they used... Oh, shut your dogs up. Thank you. Right? I think they only had EcuSearch doing the drones. Right? Because it's a vast area to search. You mean didn't go all the way up here? Area, and so there's no way they did that by foot. I think there was hold on, I'll go share this one instead. Right. As I said, the drones was used for. I'd say I think they're using the drones for like open lands, like put all this open land like that, and this heavy area, which is heavy area of trees and things like that. They'd have the people on foot go through. But again, there was so much of it. So much for the searchers to actually go on foot. Yeah, I'll do a 5 mile mark, shall I? Let's see if I can do a 5 mile mark. Yeah. Right. Now I want to go down. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Let's get the... oh, come on. Right, let's just click there. Right. And go 5 miles out. Okay? I've got a guess at the moment because I may have to alter it because it's in not miles at the moment. Let's just zoom out a bit more so I can get there a bit quicker. So right, let's just say there. Alright, I don't know how far that is at the moment, so I'll find out length, change that to miles. Oh, come on. Miles. See, that's only 1.1 mile. Right, from where he lives to there, right? So we're looking for 5 miles, okay? Right. Come on. I'll just fucking do my head in. We're looking for 5 miles, yeah? Oh, I've got to put on a ruler as well. Right, that coming through. Oh, 519. Oh. Right. That's, what was that? 5 point, what was the distance? 4.95 miles. Right, plus the 1 mile from there, so there's just under 6 miles from the house to there. Right? And they want us to believe this or that area. You think of that area from there, circle, right? 6 miles, 5 miles either way. That is a big area. If we're looking at 5 miles being down here, let's try it again. And I can't see how they could have done it all in 8 days. True, Michelle. Dog searched in grounds, drones for over all areas in ROV search dam area. but couldn't get good pics since running underwater kicked up cloudy water. All right. But the drones will cover a lot of the areas. Drone will cover a lot of area. Right? So if they're using drones, then yes, they could have done all that. And they wouldn't just be using one drone, they'd be using 2, 3 drones maybe. Right? One doing one area, one section, and another doing another section, and another doing another section. But it all depends how far their drones could go. Like the good ones, I should imagine, would be able to go a fair distance. But I know there's some drones that when they go so far, they lose connection. And they'll just drop. And then you've lost your drone. But I know our police use them a lot in the UK when they're searching for people. They use the drones. And they also use them alongside the fire brigade. So then they can fly above these houses or factories that are on fire, and they can pinpoint the hot points. So then the fire brigade can look at it and think, okay, that's where we need to put all our resources in that area to stop it from spreading. But that is a hell of a big area. 5 miles is a long distance. As a bird flies, 5 miles is a long distance. So I just don't understand. I'll keep going back to what they said, those roads. What are those? I'm hoping that at night will eventually tell us what all this is about. Why they asked for any home footage, ring doorbell footage, security footage, dash cams, or anything like that. Anyone taking photographs between, what was it? Sometimes Sunday and 1 a.m. Monday morning. 4 p.m. Sunday and 1 a.m. Sunday morning. Monday morning. That was it. So it's like, what are they looking for? They must have had a big tip thing. Say, look, this is what's been seen. I saw this on this road, and then someone else has probably gone, I've seen this car on this road, and it's the same car that, you know what I mean? But someone must have tipped them off about something for them to be looking there. But the annoying thing is, why are people waiting so long to contact Dog and his team? He's been on this case now since September 2024. Right? If you didn't want to contact someone you can't keep, fine, I understand. I wouldn't. I wouldn't even contact TBI. I'll contact FBI or at night and One World. Right? Because why wait like gone nearly two years plus with this information? And it seems critical information for them to be putting out a call for any footage, any ring doorbell, home security footage, dash cam, photos, people taking photos, you know what I mean? For anyone to be doing that, be asking them for any information like that, then it's got to be something of importance. So I just hope that eventually Doug and his team will let us in on this bit of important information. They don't have to, a bit like the police, they don't have to. But don't come asking for help off the public and then keep us in fucking suspense, you stupid horrible people. Not. They're not. They are putting this out to pacify social media people. Pacify us. If anyone is thinking on the same lines as me, it's fucking confusing. Because it doesn't make sense. Why those roads? I can understand Long Hollow Pike one. That's 8-minute window. Because I did hear about a car that was idling around the area and acting a bit strange. But that was all I heard. I didn't know when it was, what time of the day it was, whether it was Sunday, whether it was Monday daytime, Monday morning, whatever. I didn't know. So I didn't know about a car being in the area. I heard about a car being in and around that area. So that makes sense to put a call out for that. But all these other roads, and it's a big area they are looking at. What have those roads got to do with anything? So, like I said, this dog thing team's putting out that makes it doesn't. It's not making sense. I can't understand the logic behind those roads. But you see, you can't blame Dog and his team if people are waiting 2 years to give. Oh, you know what? I think I will tell them about this car I saw acting a bit iffy on the 25th of February 2024. You know what I mean? They can't take the blame. It's the people. They need to get into their heads. You've got information. You've got video footage. You've got photos. You've got anything. Don't hold on to it. Give it to FBI. If you don't want to give it to Dog, give it to FBI. I will not give it to Sumner County. They will bury it. TBI won't do feck all with it because Sumner County won't hand it over to them. So they're not doing feck all. Right? Yeah, why now? Why wait over 2 years to come up with this information? You notice how Chris has been quiet on it. Chris has been very quiet. Now, there are still channels he can go on. There's Queen Bees and all that lot. He could still go on their channels. And he's been very quiet about what At Night and One World has been putting out. Wonder why that is. I wonder why Chris has been so quiet about it. Because what did you say about the 3 a.m. lights? It's the just trash bin, trash cart, trash van. Hi. No, Chris, we know it wasn't the trash. We know the trash van came along about 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:15. But we're talking 3 a.m., 10 past 3, 3:10 a.m. in the morning. Not 5 past 10 in the morning. But they've got something, and I think what it is, they need verification. Like, it's all right someone saying, I saw this car. Right? I saw this car idling around, acting very suspicious. Drove off, then it stopped there again. Then it looked like he was looking for directions or something on his phone, and then he's pulled away again. It's all right for anyone can go up and say that. What they need now is video footage of a car. They don't know what sort of car it is. They haven't said what sort of car it is because we don't know if the person's told them what sort of car it was, right? But they haven't put that car out. They've just said they are looking for video footage of a car acting very strange, right? So, but Chris hasn't come out about this, has he? Why not, Chris? Are you going to come and tell us it's all BS again? There was no car. Like, there was no car at 3 a.m. There was no car. So are you going to say, what are you going to blame this car on? Oh, could it be a trash truck again? I don't know. Could it? Could it really be a trash truck again? Don't think so, because this was at 6:20 p.m. Between 6:20 and 6:28 p.m. Sunday evening. Acting really weird. So why, if that person saw that, why didn't they come forward earlier? But then again, we don't know. Perhaps they did come forward earlier and give it to Sumner County. Perhaps they gave that information to Sumner County. And you know what Sumner County Sheriff's Department are doing? Oh, yeah. Sitting with the thumbs up the backside eating donuts. Oh, and going to the committee and begging for more money. Not more money to help find Sebastian, to like pay for these specialist teams to come in, and a lot of them are all charity run. They don't accept payment. They do it purely out the kindness of their heart, right? They hasn't asked for any money for that or anything like that to do with building a better team of detectives up, getting more detectives, giving him more money so he can have more detectives rather than have just a handful. If any detectives got any common sense in Tennessee, don't go and work in Sumner County or Hawkins County. Forget it. In fact, if you're a detective, I'd move out of Tennessee and go and work in another state completely. Because Tennessee is getting a bad name. A bad name for children going missing and not being found. Yes, the FBI come up and say, oh, we cracked this case and whatever. We found 15 or 10 or whatever children. Way to go. But that's a splash in a blooping ocean. That is a splash in an ocean. Why not offer to up the reward from family to get? The family have never gave a reward, never offered a reward, Michelle. The family have never offered a reward. They don't want him found. They want him either not found because he's unalive, or they don't want him found until he's at least 18. Either way. Because if they find him after he's 18, right, and he's unalive, then she can cash that Gerber account that he's got. Because when he's 18, it doubles as well. Okay? And what else if they don't find him alive? But they find him but not alive. Can't think. But if he's found alive and he turns up miraculously, just turns up. Where you been, Sebastian? We've been looking for you for 3 years. Right? If he's found, just wandering around bewildered and lost and God knows what else, after his 18th, then it's classed as a misdemeanor. Even with all those CPS reports. Oh, that was the other thing. If after he's 18, right, his birthday's on December the 7th, if he's still not found, come February the 26th, 2027, that's 3 years, right? Katie could try to have him marked down as no longer with us. But I can't see Seth letting that happen. But Katie could try. Because then she'd be able to cash in on that Gerbil account. Cash that in. That insurance policy thing. But I can't see Seth letting him do that. Yeah, it's going to cost him their freedom, one way or the other. Because if he is found, say he comes back, he could still, if I can't see him doing it straight away, but if he wanted to, he could still take him to court, right, for the treatment, for the way they treated him before he went missing, right? And all that. Even though the CPS reports would be closed, it's got those CPS reports, so it's not as if it's not written down. It's got the CPS reports, so he could take them to court that way. It all depends what the time limit on it is as well. Do they have a time limit on putting in cases of abuse to, you know what I mean? Because he's not going to want to do it straight away. He's not. His father wouldn't let him do it anyway straight away. His father would rather go and... Well, I know what I'd rather go and do. But I'm not going to say it on here. Yeah, Michelle. So, there's so many possibilities as to why he could be found alive. And possibilities as to what would happen if he's not found alive. If he's not found at all, what they could do, what Katie could try and do. You know what I mean? So she's going to want to keep that body. If he's no longer with us, they're going to have to try and keep that body hidden, well hidden. But where? A lot of people, even myself, said it's near. It's near the home. But the area's been checked and gone over so much. But have they done a grid search? Have they been and done grid searches there? Yeah, I understand they were looking to put him into a facility. But Seth would rather have him in a facility where, like, Monday to Friday, than on the weekends come home. Right? And he wanted a facility which would help him, like animal therapy and all that lot. Right? He didn't just want to throw him into some dark, damp, mouldy, prison-looking facility. Yeah, but why didn't they just wait till May? Why couldn't they wait till May? He was going to be out of their hair in May. He'd be with his dad. And people say, oh, it's child benefit and all that. No, there was no child benefit. They had 50-50. There's no child benefit. If Sebastian needed any clothing, any shoes, any books, anything, his dad would buy it him. His mum would buy it him. She bought him new trainers. His dad bought him new trainers, new clothes, new books. You know what I mean? So it wasn't the, oh, well, she'd have to pay child benefit. No, she wouldn't. I'm sorry, Seth might have alibi, but was considering nonetheless. Yeah, he was considering sending him to possibly a week one, Monday to Friday and then got home on the weekends. And as I said, wherever he went, he could got his work. He could transfer his work down there to be close to him. He wouldn't have stayed up in Clarksville if it was down in Florida. He could gone to Florida to be near his son. Katie wouldn't. She'd stay where she was. She'd done what she wanted. She got rid of Sebastian. But because they couldn't do it, because they couldn't afford it, and Seth knew it, they couldn't afford to wait a few more months for him to go to his dad's. Why? I always say it goes back to that court case. Chris had to be back in that home for the court case. Right? He could not be out of that home when it went back to court in March. He would not have even got, he wouldn't have got a glimpse of custody, even visiting rights of his daughter if they knew he wasn't, if they knew he wasn't supposed to be in that home because Sebastian was there. He wouldn't have even got visiting rights. So he needed him gone. Katie wanted him gone because he was coming in between her marriage. Right? That didn't fit right with her. What she wants, she gets. And she wasn't getting what she wanted, not with Sebastian. Because Sebastian was coming in between her and her husband. And that's what makes me hate that woman so much, that she would choose that piece of ish over her own son. No offence, Michelle. You say what you want to say in this chat, you know what I mean? We all have our own views and opinions and everything in this case. But yeah, Seth did look at it. He even got in touch with some woman who sent him a list of places, but he knew he couldn't afford it. And he wanted one which was just Monday to Friday, so he could still have him on the weekends. But Katie didn't want that. She wanted a whole year 24/7, Monday to Sunday, full stop. She didn't care where she sent him, as long as he was out of her hair. That's why they mentioned that one in up Gallatin, by the police station, by Sumner County Sheriff's Department, their offices. Just down the road from their offices. Right? Yes. What are you going to do if it goes south? No, that isn't what he said, Michelle. He said, what are you going to do if it goes? The way he said it was like, what you going to mean if it goes south? What you going to do if it goes bad? If it's bad and Sebastian is found unalive? Now, no, a father to a father shouldn't have to ask that question because a father should know the answer to that question. You know what I mean? No father should, and he's a father, so he says. No father should have to say that to another father because a father should know what would happen. No, he didn't. Seth has never said stick to plan. Never, Michelle. He wanted him. This was what part of the argument was about on the Wednesday as well. Why? Or after the Wednesday, after he went missing, something like that. He wanted Seth to stick to the story. And Seth said, what story? I was at work. That's my story. I was at work. Back it up. Look it up. Check it out. I was at work. So, but what story did Chris want him to stick to? And knowing Chris said, yeah, parents, we have our falling out. We have our, like, disagreements when they're talking about how the two families, the mother and the father and the stepfather work together with Sebastian. He said, but when we all come together on the same line, it's beautiful. Yeah, when it all comes together the way you want it, Chris. But because Seth wouldn't fall in line with him, he did not like it. So Seth didn't say nothing about sticking to a plan, though. He is very passive, isn't he, Seth? He's not the one to want to start arguments, right? Yeah. Me, I've been going, who wrote this family plan? And if she said, Chris, I'd go, well, nope, not having it. This family plan is between me and you, not me, you, and fucking Chris. You know what I mean? He's just a dipshit. You married. Yeah. He should have stood his ground against him. But I think Seth was just, in a way, he thought Sebastian was safe there. He did not know what was going on in that household in those last few years. He did not know. Sebastian never let on to him, all he said is, one weekend he didn't want to go home, and Seth said, why? And Sebastian said, well, they're always moaning at me. Now, we've all been there, we've all moaned at our kids, and they go, hate you. Fine. You know what I mean? You're still grounded. Hate me all you want, but you're still grounded. Right? So, when he said they were always moaning at him, Seth said, look, just stay, keep, stay where you are. It'll work out. Just remember, in a few months, you'll be living with me. It's just a few more months, and then you'll be living with me. He didn't tell his dad about the physical, the verbal, the fact that his even in the school councillor reports, he stated to her that the mother doesn't acknowledge him. He stated in those reports, the counsellor, and Seth read them reports, and he did state that someone said, or Seth or someone mentioned that Katie never acknowledged Sebastian. I think that as well. Yeah. Off out then. I hit my mouse. It kicked me out. I went, oh shit, where we gone? Yeah, I think like they used his dad as well with Sebastian. If you don't behave, you won't be going to your dad this weekend. You know what I mean? Things like that. And it's cruel. It's cruel to do that. I don't think KP's catatonic. I think she's just as bad. She knows how to get what she wants. Her aunt even said that. She knows how to get what she wants. She's done it from a young age. right? And she's not a walkover. I think her and CP make the perfect match because they're both as evil as each other, both as nasty and as vile as each other. Hold on, I'm about to crucify one of my cats. You know what I mean? So I think she wasn't the right match for Seth. You know what I mean? But as for KP, she's just as bad as Chris. They're the perfect match. Figure of speech is too controlled by CP, yeah. Yeah, but is she though? Is she really controlled by CP? Or is CP controlled by her? That's what I'm saying. I think they're both as bad as each other. I think she's got some controlling habit, controlling things over him, and he's got controlling things over her. Right? That's why they're both as bad as each other. Um, it's hard to say. I just hope eventually One World and Acknowledge will get this information they need, get it pulled all together, and start getting something pulled out the hat on this case because this is ridiculous. And I think Seth needs to start getting the case moved from Sumner County to another county. Yeah, she knows how to work it, but with her husband, they are on the same page. Yes, Anne. Exactly. So I just hope, as I said, I just hope it all comes out eventually because those roads don't make sense to me. And when we plotted them last night on the map, it's like all over the place. What the hell? So, but like 8 minute window does make sense to me. That section, that 8 minute window on Long Hollow Pike Road does make sense. But why wait 2 years to put this information in? Unless it's someone in the family and they're scared. Hmm? That's why they've got no video because it was someone close to either in the family or close to the family who's reported it. So that's why they're looking for video of that anything between that 8 minute window. Yeah, too little, too late, yeah. But you never know, someone might still have it. Might have it. Because they've not asked for that area of footage. And we know what law enforcement were like. They weren't really checking. It was just a load of just to make out that we have done it. Yeah, we've covered that area, we've got all these, you know what I mean? But why? As I said, it's got to be someone who knows something about the case. And that's why they can't give them a video because they weren't there. They just heard about it. So now they've got to back that information up by getting video footage. You know what I mean? So that 8 minute window makes more sense to me than all those other roads. They on Route 3. What they said was Route 3. Route 3? For what? It doesn't make sense, that route, James. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, everyone. Hope you've all liked what you've heard tonight and it's been good discussion. Thank you, Michelle. Please have a look at that video for me, Michelle, especially where they're zooming on the car, on that 3 a.m. video. Where it zooms in on that 3 a.m. car. That's the area around the end of the car. I'm looking at. That's what interests me on that video. Is there anything around the back end of that car? Anyway, I'm going to leave it for now because it's what? Nearly 10:30. And I need to take my tablet and get to bed. And I will see you. What day are we on tomorrow? Thursday. I'll see you all tomorrow night. I don't know if we'll be talking about this case or if we need our tinfoil hats on. I don't know yet. So until then, thank you for being here, everyone. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you all tomorrow. Till then, take care.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do, so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move, so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, speaking fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of